he was dying again.
Which was, I'm like, dang.
Like,
How
many times has...
They're going to do him like that again?
Again, like... WandaVision episode 6. Triple side thoughts on that. So, this episode was a little underwhelming. But I feel like it's set up a whole lot of things that are to come. I guess you don't see that, but okay, we'll get into it. I really liked it. I still like the back and forth that we're getting, a little bit more information as to what's going on, and more and more people are becoming more aware that this TV land in the Hex is not real.
Like who?
Pietro.
Herb. You think Herb? Okay, so
for sure.
Let me rebut off that. Pietro.
The kids.
Oh, first of all, let's back up.
The kids.
I don't think Herb is one of the people that was like not involved in this situation. I think he has something to do with it, just because in episode 1 or 2 or 3, I can't remember. No, it was probably 3. He was talking to Agnes, and then Agnes was like, "Oh, like shh, don't tell him,
yeah,
type of stuff." So I think he knows more than we're being told. Pietro, same thing too. I mean, this episode I kind of felt like he knows more than we're being told, and which is making me question, who is he? Who is he? Is he? Which universe is he from? Is he from our universe? Is he from a different universe? Is he even who he says he is? Which is making me question a lot of things. And go ahead. That's kind of where I wanted.
No, I was questioning the same thing about his character, because it's like the questions that he's asking Wanda were very pointed, and it's like, is this guy someone else? I kind of, in the back of my mind, I was thinking along the same lines of, is this like, who could this be? Like, it couldn't be a Skrull because he's got super speed.
Mm-hmm.
So I ruled that out right away. I was like, could Doctor Strange? Could that be Doctor Strange? And he made himself look like, but Pietro, and yeah, I don't think even that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like,
in the past, we've talked about that. Was it Mephisto has been part of like the back end pulling strings and stuff? Maybe that's him. Maybe it's him, because like, if you think about like the timeline, right? She was going through. And actually, he even said it in this episode. She was talking to Rambo about about how she lost her brother, and then after that, what was it? The next episode we ended up getting. No, but she's in pain.
Yeah.
Right, and she's talking to Vision in pain and doesn't know what's exactly is happening, and at the same time, that's when he comes in, and she also doesn't know who that is. Right, she seems surprised about it, so she has nothing to do with it. Right, so in my thoughts, it has to do with Agnes or Mephisto in the background saying, "Hey, we need to give her something else to, like, either get some information from her, or to, like, curve where she's going to in this to something that we want," right? Maybe.
Yeah, very possibly. But at the same time, I was thinking Mephisto, but these are the things that kind of made me lean away from that. I'm not going to recall the exact questions that he asked, but the way he's asking those questions would lead me to think that it's not Mephisto by the way he asked the questions. Because Mephisto would already know. And he wouldn't want Wanda to answer those questions, honestly.
Well, and then there was another thing that I think Quicksilver said during the episode, where he mentioned, he goes, oh, it's like it's what I can't remember the exact quote, but it was like, oh, it's like coming out of this place, or what was it? It's like you found this, like you found Shangri-La or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Which I don't know what that is. Again, I know nothing about the comic books. I'm sure someone
I didn't catch that
out
either.
there. But I'm sure
that
what that probably means is that there's something in the background where she discovered, right? Which, I mean, if we're talking, if this is going to be involved with Doctor Strange, which everything's pointing to yes, I think Shangri-La sounds like something from the from the Doctor Strange universe, and she read a book or she opened something where she wasn't supposed to, and maybe Doctor Strange has been. Maybe Doctor Strange is Quicksilver. He has been in this universe since the beginning.
Trying to figure out what's going on. It's possible.
That would
Definitely
be crazy.
possible.
That would be crazy. Yeah. I mean, overall, what you think about the episode? What were your thoughts as far as like pace, new information that we got in and all that?
Yeah, I like the pace. Another interesting thing was Vision throughout this whole episode. He had a plan to figure out what's going on because he knew something.
He lied to her a lot.
Yeah, he lied to her, and he figured out that this is fake, and he went through the hex onto the other side, and that was interesting too because he was in so much pain he curled into a fetal position.
Yeah,
and he was dying again.
Which was, I'm like, dang.
Like, how many times has...
They're going to do him like that again.
Again, like when Thanos rewound time, that was the second time he died. And now he's dying a third time. Like,
isn't that what... The other thing, that's what kind of got me interested too. And I don't know how much merit this actually holds. Just because Pedro said he can't die again, right? Like, does that mean that he never really died the second time? Right? And maybe like he like for that split second that he was alive, he backed something up.
What were their exact words? Your dead husband can't die again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe because remember what Ultron did, right? Where he backed himself up when they were gonna kill him. What if Vision did the same thing? He backed himself up when he got brought back, and when remember Wanda killed him. Took the stone away, or destroyed the stone. And then what if when Thanos brought him back to take the stone, I mean, he's a supercomputer. He can back everything up. He can back something up, again, and he technically isn't really dead.
We'll see if they run it that way.
It's a lot of what ifs and a lot of questions, and that's why
because I mean, S.W.O.R.D had him in that facility, so.
And this is why I think that this episode was just like frustrating. That's the right word to say. It was frustrating because
I definitely
last episode,
I definitely wanted more at where it ended, but it's pretty cool where it ended because she's expanding the hex, and I don't know how far it's gonna expand. Is it gonna cover all of New Jersey?
It's gonna cover the world.
Into New York.
It's gonna cover the world.
That's what I'm saying.
It has to cover the world because. That I think this is how they're gonna...
And another little I think is an Easter egg was when they're talking about Monica Rambeau's blood changed.
Yeah.
So I think
mutated.
I think that's the word, mutated. So I think that's where they're going to open up the world of mutants.
No, for sure. I saw that right away. And you could probably say that, oh, well, that's what we got from this episode, that where this is how they're introducing mutants to this, right? Another thing that, we got so many cliffhangers from episode 4 or 5, that this one didn't give us any. This episode gave us more questions.
Yeah.
So
definitely more questions.
I'm just like, I need my answers, please. I don't know what's going on again. But overall, I think
another thing that I'm liking is the chemistry between Quicksilver and the kids.
Oh yeah,
like that. It just seems so real and genuine. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And even the
some would say kick ass.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Even the chemistry between Pietro and Wanda.
Yeah.
Like, even though he's from a different universe per se. He doesn't look the same.
Or even though
they still seem like they have that connection of brother and sister, which is interesting.
Yeah, and
it's crazy how they're pulling this off.
Which I also don't know how much is gonna hold after this universe or this little hex goes away. Right, because say that is gonna be her new brother. Well, now she has to live with the fact that he knows more about her, what she tried to do, and at the same time, oh my god, dude, this is just raises so many questions. Yeah.
The one thing I like about making it have so many questions is when we watch things that are way predictable, it's not as fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This makes it so fun that literally the curveball they threw with bringing in Pietro makes everything's off the table. Anything goes now. So because anything goes, it's like with them raising even more questions, you're just like, where is this gonna go? Like,
no, for sure. I mean,
it's fun.
I definitely think
in that aspect.
I definitely think that the MCU has the golden, what do you call
formula.
I was gonna say that Midas hand. When Midas
everything
hand,
they touch turns to gold. Yeah.
So I think that they definitely know what they're doing. But the part that I'm saying, which is frustrating, and I don't get why they do this. Why do episodes have to be 20 minutes?
Why?
30, but yeah.
So, okay, so 10 minutes worth of credits? I'm just saying, Disney has money. They have the power. They can put an extra 20, 30 minutes on each episode.
Yeah, but then the number of episodes wouldn't be 9, it'd be like 6.
Why?
Because they're telling a story.
I like
to have this window of where they're telling the story.
I like to have my dinner and my dessert.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, that's the thing. Like, they already have the story written, and they broke it down into 9 episodes instead of into, let's say, 5 or 4. So, and the real reason I think they broke it down into bite-sized pieces of it, 30 minutes, about 30 minutes each, is because Disney Plus doesn't have that much content. So to stretch that out and to stretch it into Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is only a week in between between shows, that gives them a gap of time. And then I don't know if Loki comes out after that.
Hopefully.
But that's what I heard, that it comes out after Falcon and Winter Soldier, sometime in May.
I'm more excited about Loki than I am than Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Once that new trailer came out, I got pretty excited about that too.
I mean, to wrap things up, from this episode, hopefully next episode we get a lot more answers than we did this episode and than we've gotten. Right, I'm expecting Reed Richards to show up, aka what's the actor that everyone's saying that they want him to play? The guy from the Silent movie.
I know who you're talking about.
Anyways, we'll put his face right here. But I think that he's gonna show up maybe next episode. No powers, no power from the Quiet Place. Yeah. But I don't think he's gonna have any powers, right? I think what's gonna happen is that this hex is gonna be the all powerful thing, right? Which would be cool to introduce would be he shows up as Reed Richards, helps them out, and then is talking during the whole episode about going to space with his crew. And then what ends up happening, and maybe at the end of the season of this one, or maybe hopefully it doesn't go into next season, but at the end of the season, we see the hex going all the way to space before it gets contained, and then it touches the spaceship that Reed Richards and his crew is, and it turns into Fantastic Four. And that's without telling us.
I think it's
a stretch.
Very stretch and wishful thinking.
Without telling us, we know that's the spaceship.
If they do anything with Reed Richards, it's going to be more of a tease that Fantastic Four is coming.
But I think that would be so if they tell us that if they show us here that's how they got their powers, because I don't want to watch that in a movie again, right? I've seen so many horrible Fantastic Four movies.
I didn't watch it. Josh Tranks. So
it's the same thing. So just show us
I
that.
wouldn't mind seeing it again.
Because if you think about it, right? If this is what's given all the mutants powers, and they kind of like hint at it that they're going to space, that they have this thing a mission that they have to do in a couple days or a couple weeks, or probably in a couple days, because it makes sense that this is happening so quick. This is probably happening in a 2-week time span.
3 days. I think it's happened in like 3 days.
If we see the spaceship even going up into space or in space or something like that, and then you see the hex.
Don't get me wrong, I like your theory.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I think it's...
I was trying to sell you.
Wishful thinking.
I was trying to sell you on it.
I think it's very wishful thinking. But
I don't know. If Disney,
it would be cool.
If it's not as cool as that, Disney hire me. I'm okay. But yeah, I think overall we're gonna get some answers next season.
Okay.
Next episode.
Predictions.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
Oh, okay. That was your prediction. Okay.
That's what I said.
Okay. My prediction is we're gonna have another sort of showdown between Wanda and Vision.
Yeah.
Vision's gonna confront her about why are you doing this to these people.
Do you think Quicksilver's gonna get in it? And her kids.
On the questioning of Wanda?
So I'm with you on that they are gonna start get into an argument again, which I also think was gonna make their kids grow to teenagers, in which they're gonna be like, hey, we need you guys to stop, and they're gonna be the ones that stop them, not Quicksilver.
Oh, stop them from fighting. I don't think they're gonna come to blows. I think it's going to be a dark conversation.
Maybe. I'm waiting for a fight. I'm hoping for a fight.
I mean, Wanda would handle him pretty easily.
Yeah, but then you also got her kid.
No, I understand.
So
I just don't think they're going to go that way with it, with only 3 episodes left. I think they'll have that hard conversation.
I mean, do you think that with everything in play right now, we're going to get a season 2 of WandaVision?
I think it's a one-off.
It's a one-off, so wouldn't we have to see all of that in this season?
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to come to blows to end the season.
I'm hopeful. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys.
Love you guys. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell. Like this video. Comment. Share. And we'll see you guys next week.